Welcome to your Jupiter Square Transit forecast for all 12 signs. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate. I specialize in traditional, Western, and evolutionary astrology. I'm excited to share this month's astrological forecast with you for all 12 signs. Please like and subscribe as it helps the channel to grow. And if you would like to learn more about my offerings, go to willowgracemystic.com. For those of you who are regulars, thank you for supporting me on my journey. So on December 24th, 2024, we're going to have Jupiter in the sign of Gemini squaring Saturn in the sign of Pisces. Now, this is probably the most significant pressure point in the month of December, as it looms large throughout the entire month. This is a challenging square between expansive Jupiter and disciplined Saturn as it intensifies as each day progresses in the month. And it finally reaches its peak on December 24th. Now, the energies that are at play are going to be here all month long, and it makes this a potent time for reflection, recalibration, and some careful planning on your part. This transit, it echoes the themes from earlier this year, particularly if you think back to August and September, when this square first made its presence known. Now, as it returns to the exact connection point, the lessons and the tensions from that earlier period, they're now going to resurface, urging you to revisit any unresolved matters or to deepen your understanding of what is this interplay that's going on between growth and limitation. Now, at its core, this transit really pits the expansive curiosity and restless exploration that comes from Jupiter in Gemini against the deep emotional sensitivity and boundary setting tendencies that comes with Saturn and Pisces. And so the result is there's this push and pull dynamic that raises the questions of, are you overstimulated by information, ideas, or interactions with others? How are your external distractions impacting your emotional well-being? Are you finding it hard to balance your ambitions within the necessary constraints? The square is inviting you to confront the dissonance between your desire for unrestrained growth and the reality of limitations, whether they're external, such as in financial or logistical roadblocks, or internal, such as fear, exhaustion, fatigue. This aspect, it can really manifest as feelings of frustrations, delay, or even stagnation in the areas of communication, education, and expansion. You might find yourself wanting to travel, but these logistical hurdles such as your tickets, missing passports, financial constraints, or scheduling conflicts, these things arise. And there can be enthusiasm for a new subject or project or class or workshop that could wane when you're faced with the hard work and the discipline that's going to be required in order to complete or master it. There can be goals that are tied to social or career aspirations that might feel like hampered by gatekeepers or restrictions or these unattainable standards. There can be conversations, whether they're internal, self-reflection, or external with other people, that might feel heavy or leave you feeling like you are unheard or misunderstood. Expect delays, frustrations, and the need for extra effort to navigate through what might feel like this cosmic obstacle course for the month of December, and then climaxing on the 24th. Now, while this square, it brings about challenges, it also offers us immense potential growth, opportunity for balance, and long-term benefits as it's approached with patience and strategic thinking. This transit is really going to encourage you to persevere during those difficult times in your life. Think of it as this grind phase of a long-term project that you're working on. And when the passion wanes, the discipline now takes over, and sticking it with it now could offer you the rewards later. Saturn really tempers Jupiter's urge for this boundless growth. It's guiding you towards sustainable progress. So instead of overcommitting or scattering your energy, this is going to be a time to focus on what truly matters for you. There can be miscommunication that becomes a risk during this transit, but you can turn this into an opportunity by planning your conversations carefully, reflecting on your emotions before sharing them with others, ensuring that your directions are clear, constructive, concise, and free of any emotional charge. Saturn's influence, it might feel restrictive, but it also fosters ingenuity. How can you work within the constraints that you face, whether it's budgeting or scheduling or creative problem solving? This transit is really going to push you to find these innovative paths in order to move forward. I want to share with you how to work with this energy. Use Saturn's influence to establish good routines. Set these realistic goals. Focus on long-term planning. Jupiter in Gemini, it can truly scatter your energy across too many projects or too many ideas all at one time. So you're going to need to prioritize what's truly important and just let go of the rest. Revisit plans or projects from earlier this year and look at what needs refinement. Where can you bring more clarity and focus into your life? Take time to process your thoughts before expressing them to others. This approach is going to reduce any misunderstandings. It'll improve the quality of your communications and your interactions with others. And while this transit, it can feel like this uphill battle and grind, it offers the valuable insights about resiliency, adaptability, and the balance between ambition and our responsibility. Now, as the exact square, it happens on December 24th. Take a moment to step back and reflect each day as it's building. Use this tension between Jupiter's optimism and Saturn's realism to create this grounded, strategic approach to accomplish your goals. By embracing the lessons of this transit, you're going to emerge stronger, more focused, more resilient, and be ready to move forward with the new year with more clarity and purpose. Hi, Mystic friends. I am thrilled to be sharing another beautiful offering from Otter Spirit. They create these intentional gemstone bracelets that support you on your journey. Each piece is crafted with purpose and energy to align with your unique needs. Today, I want to introduce you to three of my favorite bracelets. The black tourmaline bracelet is a powerful tool for protection. This bracelet helps shield you from negative energies, keeping your personal space clear and grounded. The lava rock bracelet, known for its grounding and calming properties. This piece is perfect for those moments when life feels overwhelming. It helps you to stay anchored and steady no matter what comes your way. And the hematite bracelet. This stone promotes resilience and strength. It helps you to remain unshaken during life's most challenging times. Hematite is perfect for staying balanced and focused when the world just feels chaotic. As a gift to my community, Otter Spirit is offering an exclusive 20% discount with the code Willow20. Whether you're drawn to one or all three of these bracelets, this is the perfect time to treat yourself or someone you love to a meaningful gift. You can find these beautiful bracelets and more at otterspirit.com. Let me know in the comments if you've tried these bracelets and how they've supported you. Stay protected, grounded, and strong. Offerings this month. Join my Patreon community for exclusive astrology content. As a member, you'll gain early access to videos, ad-free videos, monthly live tarot, energy, and astrology Zoom sessions. It's a perfect space if you're ready to dive deeper into the celestial currents that are guiding your life. Go to the link below and the description and explore the different tier and the benefits. And also check out my 12 days of mystical holiday magic following the link below. I have a special for Capricorns. Celebrate your birthday with a personalized solar return reading at a special rate. Use the code Capricorn10 at checkout to enjoy this limited time discount. Schedule your appointment today and discover what the universe has in store for you for the rest of your year ahead. Additionally, I'm offering live astrology consultations every other Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Reserve your spot and get get in the queue because spaces fill up fast, and be sure to sign up using the link below. I look forward to connecting with you and helping you to navigate your unique journey. So let's dive in. So for Aries, Jupiter is in your third house, and it wants to help you to expand your curiosity, your communication, your learning. The third house is where we talk and share ideas with everybody. It's about technology and who you come in contact with. And so Saturn, the square, is in your 12th house, which is emphasizing the need for you to experience spiritual growth, introspection, you addressing your hidden fears. The 12th house is where we go to be alone. It's the house of isolation. And so squares are tension points of these two areas of your life having this conflict. And so you might feel mentally overstimulated by this influx of information or an overwhelming need to communicate, which clashes with your need for solitude, rest, recovery. This is about not just physical rest, but it can be emotional rest at this time. You working on how do I balance my external commitments like community or education with inner work, that it can absolutely feel exhausting. These old emotional wounds or subconscious fears, they might resurface at this time. This is demanding the attention of when you least expect it. Remember, the 12th house is the house of hidden. It's the house of when things that were once buried are now brought up to the surface. And so the opportunities is you can take this to channel your mental energy into structured learning, such as journaling or yoga, meditation, creating this focused communication project. This is going to be a time that you can combine your mental stimulation with spiritual practices, like writing about your reflections or exploring spiritual philosophies, developing mindfulness habits that can help you to transform the mental chaos into a form of clarity. Set aside some time daily for quiet introspection, meditation, journaling, or even like a daily walk in nature. This can help you to replenish and recharge. Avoid overcommitting to any projects or conversations. Look to prioritize quality over quantity at this time. Use this time to reconcile your inner world with your outward expressions, looking to find harmony between these two areas of your life. Because as the exact square happens on December 24th, it's literally building its energy every single day. And so take a moment to step back, to reflect, use this tension between Jupiter and Saturn as optimism and realism to create this grounded strategic approach to reach your goals. So Aries, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Taurus, you have Jupiter in your second house, which is what do I need in order to feel secure, be secure. This is about financial opportunities, self-worth, these types of growth and expansion. The square comes with Saturn in your 11th house, which is encouraging a disciplined evaluation of your friendships, your networks, your community, these long-term goals that you have been working on. The challenges come with financial gains that may come as a risk or instability. This can cause stress about your material security or your emotional security. There can be these like social commitments or these long-term goals that might feel hindered by the financial limitations that you are feeling, or these conflicting values that you're experiencing. You might struggle to balance your financial needs with the demands within your social circle or within collaborative projects or networks that you are part of. Look to the opportunities of I can align my financial goals with my long-term aspirations because it'll help me to create sustainable wealth over a longer period of time. Saturn supports cutting ties with social groups or friendships or goals that just no longer align with your values. Networking within this disciplined, like-minded communities, this can help you to reach your long-term goals. Focus on budgeting, avoiding this impulse spending. Look to prioritize your investments that align with your core values. Reassess your friendships and your collaborations to ensure that they are like mutually supportive for each other. Channel your efforts into long-term financial or professional goals that aligns with what is your ideal future. As the exact square happens on December 24th, you're going to feel it as it happens and builds every single day. And so take a moment to step back and reflect daily to use this tension between Jupiter's optimism and Saturn's realism in order to help you stay grounded, have a strategic approach to reaching your goals. So, Taurus, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultations, schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Gemini, this is going to be all about you, your identity, your confidence, how people see you. The first house is about what you value, your vitality, and your personal growth. The square is going to come with Saturn in the house that demands discipline and a focus on career and your public life. So we have you, and then we have you at the top of your chart being seen by everybody else. And so the challenge that can come from this is your personal goals might feel stifled by your professional demands or these external expectations that are going on like through the month of December. You might feel torn between exploring new personal opportunities and fulfilling your career responsibilities. Overcommitting to personal growth could just lead to burnout, especially if you neglect your career. The opportunities that can come from this is the transit is encouraging you to refine your public image so that it is in line with your evolving identity. Saturn supports building this solid professional foundation for your career that matches your ambitions, and it wants to help you integrate your personal growth with your career goals so you can achieve long-term success. Prioritize time management to balance and your personal and your professional aspirations at this time. Focus on developing this clear vision for your career that aligns with your personal values. Avoid taking on too much all at one time. Instead, pace yourself for steady, sustainable growth, because this is going to be occurring for the month of December, like building up, and the exact square becomes exact on December 24th. And so take a moment daily to step back and reflect. Use the tension between Jupiter's optimism about yourself and Saturn's realism about your responsibilities and your career in order to create this grounded strategic approach to your goals. So Gemini, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Cancer, you have Jupiter in your 12th house, which is the house of dreams and psychic ability, intuition. It's also the house that's hidden, alone, things that take us away from daily activities. And so this could be expanding your spiritual awareness or your subconscious insights through ancestors, dreams. This could be angels, guides. Now, the square comes with Saturn, and this is in your 9th house, which encourages disciplined learning, cross-cultural experiences, travel, philosophical explorations. Remember, squares are tension points that push us to make a change. And so the challenge comes with you feeling the need for a spiritual retreat in order to nurture and care for yourself, aloneness, to focus on your mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being. Now, the external demands for study, for travel, or your belief systems can now come in a form of conflict. There can be these old subconscious fears that can now resurface, leading to this emotional overwhelm during periods of this active learning or exploration. Looking to find this balance between introspection and external growth may feel like elusive or out of reach at this time. This is going to be a time that you're going to want to integrate your spiritual insights with practical learning, such as studying esoteric topics or exploring new belief systems. Saturn supports disciplined academic and spiritual pursuits. It wants to offer you the long-term rewards. And so your expanded inner awareness, it can serve as this foundation for external success for travel, education, teaching, publishing, legal matters. Schedule time for just both introspection and structured external pursuits. Balance your rest with your action. Avoid escapism. The 12th house wants isolation. So instead of use these spiritual insights in order to help you address these practical challenges. Seek mentors and guides or people that can help you align with your spiritual growth along with your practical goals. Know that for the month of December, this square is building and it becomes exact on December 24th. And so take a moment to step back daily and to look inward and reflect. Use the tension between Jupiter's optimism and wanting to heal, because this is the house of heal and renewal from karma, and the square with Saturn's realism of I need to create this grounded strategic approach to my goals into a daily practice, and that way you can use this to your benefit and embrace the opportunity to gain the spiritual insights that come from this transit. So Cancer, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Leo, you have Jupiter now in your 11th house of what are your goals, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, wanting to expand friendships and your social networks. And it's wanting to expand where I volunteer and I meet and greet with other people. Saturn is in your 8th house, focusing on your shared resources. This is the house of intimacy and the opportunity for deep healing and transformation after loss or difficulty. It's where we go to do the work. And so the challenges can come with these social opportunities that might feel like they're at odds with your need to address your deeper emotional or your financial responsibilities. You might encounter these power struggles or these misunderstandings within your collaborative financial ventures or your intimate relationships. Remember that the 8th house is like open, like exes because of alimony and child support, business partners, life partners. And so looking to balance community obligations with private emotional work, it might feel overwhelming at this time. The opportunities that can come from this is you aligning your social aspirations with your emotional and your financial responsibilities that can strengthen these relationships by addressing these topics. The 8th house is the house of taboo topics, the things that we don't want to discuss but need to be brought to light. Saturn supports setting boundaries within your intimate connections and your shared financial arrangements. It's about transforming emotional challenges into growth that can create this long-term stability within relationships and within your partnerships or your shared finances. Avoid overextending yourself socially, because it's about prioritizing meaningful connections at this time. Address any financial or emotional entanglements that you have with others head on in order to foster this trust and clarity, to clear things up. Use your social connections to support your deeper, more personal transformations that you are seeking. Know that the exact square happens on December 24th, but it's building every single day of December, like building up to it. And so take a moment, step back and reflect. Use the tension between Jupiter's optimism with your networking and your goals and Saturn's realism to create this grounded strategic approach in order to have healing and growth come from this transit. So Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Virgo, you have Jupiter up at the top of your chart, and it's trying to expand, offering you all these opportunities to expand your career, your responsibilities, your public image. It's literally putting you out there in the limelight, and it's scattering your energy in many different ways. The square comes with Saturn in your partnership sector. The seventh house is your +1, and so it's encouraging disciplined partnerships and commitments for you at this time. Now, the challenge comes from your career demands that can clash with the needs of your personal or your professional relationships. Remember, squares are these hard aspects that ask us to make a change. And so there can be miscommunications or imbalances that come up between partnerships. This is a business partner, a significant other, best friend, open enemy, exes. This could also be with clients. This is not just personal, but this is the house of professional also. And so this could, there could be miscommunication that shows where there are imbalances within partnerships that could interfere with your personal career goals. And so it's about balancing your ambition with relationship responsibilities that can now feel difficult. The opportunities are, this is an excellent time for you to align your career ambitions with supportive partnerships, bringing into alignment with people that are on the same page as you. Saturn wants to help you to establish these lasting relationships that are based on mutual respect and accountability. It's about reciprocity. And so Jupiter offers growth in your public recognition, while Saturn, it's ensuring that there's stability within these partnerships. Prioritize clear communication in your relationships in order to avoid any misunderstandings. Delegate tasks at work in order to avoid overextending yourself. Use partnerships as a foundation for professional success, ensuring that there's mutual support and respect between the two of you. And so knowing that this exact square happens on December 24th, every single day that leads up to it, it's bringing you closer to the exact moment. And so take a moment daily to reflect and step back and use the tension between Jupiter's optimism of multitasking and being able to do it all, and Saturn's realism of who do I work with, why do I work with them, how can I work with them, and to create this grounded strategic approach in order for you to reach your goals. So Virgo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to my website, willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Libra, Jupiter is lighting up your 9th house, which wants to expand your opportunities for higher education, legal matters, publishing, traveling, spiritual growth. It's in a square with Saturn in your 6th house, which focuses on your day-to-day habits, your mental, physical health, well-being. How do I balance my home and my career? It's health routines. How can I be of service to others? And so the challenge between this square, remember, squares are hard aspects that they force you to move and shift and change something within your life. And so the challenge is your big picture goals, such as traveling or higher learning, they might feel restricted by the responsibilities of your daily life or health concerns, needing to focus on your mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being. There can be overcommitment to your professional or your educational pursuits that can lead to neglect of your physical or your mental well-being. Balancing these lofty aspirations with practical demands of everyday routines can feel just daunting and overwhelming. This transit is truly encouraging you to create these routines that support your broader goals, such as integration of studying, and putting what I want to do into a daily schedule in order for me to maintain my health while traveling. Saturn is here to provide structure to help you manage your day-to-day tasks more effectively. It's here to enable this long-term success within educational or your spiritual pursuits. Jupiter's optimism, it's about providing you with the ability to make progress on your ambitious projects, such as writing, publishing, or these long-distance ventures. Focus on small, consistent efforts that align with your bigger goals, because Saturn wants things that can evolve over a longer period of time. So short, middle, and long-term goals. Avoid taking on more than you can handle at this time. Prioritize self-care and a balanced lifestyle for yourself. Set these realistic timelines for achieving your aspirations, allowing for space for rest and reflection, and not comparing yourself to others. This exact square is going to happen on December 24th, but every single day of December, it's leading up to it, you're feeling it more. Take a moment to step back and reflect. Use the tension between Jupiter's optimism of what you can accomplish and Saturn's realism about make this a healthy transition, make it a daily habit in order to create this grounded strategic approach to reach your goals. So Libra, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Scorpio, you have Jupiter in your 8th house wanting to expand, and it's scattering the energies about opportunities for you to have transformation. It wants to expand your shared resources. It wants you to dive into intimacy and do the deep emotional work. Saturn in Pisces, that brings about structure for creativity, art, music, beauty, love, romance, children, anything that has to do with self-expression and where you're willing to take a risk and wanting joy and pleasure in your day-to-day life. Now, the challenge comes from the emotional intensity or the financial entanglements that can interfere with creative pursuits or your romantic relationships or your relationship with your child or children, or using the 5th house is also tapping into your inner child. So you might feel torn between the desire for transformation and these transformative experiences and the need for this disciplined, grounded efforts within your creative or your romantic life. There can be this overwhelming emotional or financial responsibilities that can limit your ability to fully express yourself. The opportunities come because Saturn supports disciplined creative projects. It wants to allow you to channel your emotional depth into meaningful work for yourself. Jupiter offers the potential for the deep healing and the transformation within emotional and financial matters that could lead to greater trust and intimacy with others. The 8th house is you, with where you are deeply connected with them. So this could be an ex, a business partner, or your partner. This can also be family members because we have these shared experiences with them. This is going to be an excellent time for you to invest in long-term creative or romantic goals that are both emotionally fulfilling and financially stable. Set these clear boundaries around financial and emotional relationships in order to avoid being overwhelmed. Use creativity as a tool for processing this intense emotions and your experiences. Focus on building lasting foundations in both your personal and your professional partnerships. Know that the month of December, this energy is building every single day and becomes exact on December 24th. And so take a moment and step back and reflect. Use the tension between Jupiter's optimism of wanting to heal and transform and Saturn's realism of creativity and pleasure and joy to create this grounded strategic approach to reach your goals. So Scorpio, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Sagittarius, Jupiter's your chart ruler, so it's always important to follow where it's going and what's happening to it. And it is in your +1 house. That's your best friends, significant others, open enemies, exes. This is where we collaborate, sign contracts. This Jupiter being in Gemini here is expanding the opportunities for partnerships and collaborations and these close relationships for you. It's squaring things that are going on at home. It brings into focus your home, your traditions, your family, your emotional foundations. Remember that squares are always tension points where the two are coming together in order to push for a change, to push for something to evolve and grow from it. And so the demands of your relationships or your collaborations, they can now feel at odds with family responsibilities or personal emotional needs. There can be these conflicts between external commitments that you've made or the need to build a secure home life that can arise. There can be emotional baggage from family dynamics that could now resurface. It is the holidays. It can be affecting your ability to just fully engage within these partnerships. This could also be things that your partner is going through. Saturn supports creating emotional stability, strengthening your home life. It's about creating new traditions, which can serve as this foundation for successful partnerships or connections or collaborations with others. Jupiter is encouraging these meaningful connections that offer growth through collaboration, allowing you to build these relationships that align with your goals. This is going to be a powerful time for balancing your personal with your relationship growth, creating this harmony between your inner and your outer worlds. Communicate openly with your partners and your family members in order to resolve the conflicts that can now arise and set these realistic expectations of what it is that you want and what it is that you are bringing to the table. Focus on building these strong emotional foundations that support both your personal and your professional relationships. Prioritize self-care to ensure that your personal needs are met before overcommitting to other people. The exact square happens on the 24th, but the energy builds every single day up to this exact moment. So it's not going to be a one and done. It's a building with lots of little things. And so take a moment, step back and reflect. Use the tension that comes between Jupiter's optimism between partnerships and others, and the connection that you have, and Saturn's realism about a solid home, a solid foundation and traditions and security, in order to create this grounded strategic approach in order for you to reach your goals. So Sagittarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Capricorn, you have Jupiter in your 6th house, which represents expanding in many different directions: your mental, physical, spiritual, emotional health, well-being, your opportunities for work, balancing home and work, your daily responsibilities, like how can I service and be of service to other people. It's in a square, a tense aspect with Saturn in your 3rd house, which encourages discipline with your communication, learning, short distance travel. Remember, squares are tense aspects that push for a change, creating discomfort until you are pushing, until you're ready to change, making you want to change. There can be this increased workload or health demands that can now make things more complicated by communication breakdowns or logistical issues that can come up. You needing to focus on balancing the need for efficiency within your daily routines with your desire to learn or communicate effectively that can now feel challenging. There can be overcommitting to work responsibilities or volunteering that could lead to stress or burnout, especially if the communication is unclear. The opportunities that can come from this is Saturn supports refining your communication skills, your speaking to people on a day-to-day basis, allowing you to manage your daily tasks more effectively. Jupiter wants to provide these opportunities for growth within your work or your health routines, such as starting a new fitness regimen or taking on or fulfilling a job or a project, or focusing on alternative healthcare and healing opportunities. This is going to be an excellent time for you to create these systems that integrate learning and productivity into your everyday life. Focus on prioritizing clear, concise communication with people that you're in contact with on a day-to-day basis in order to avoid misunderstanding within work or within personal matters. Focus on creating sustainable routines that you can find success within that support your long-term health, your professional goals. Avoid multitasking. Instead, tackle one project at a time with full focus and effort. Know that this exact square, it will happen on December 24th, but it's a daily, it's building up to this. So this is not a one and done. It's a feeling of little things all leading up to one big thing. And so take a moment, step back and reflect. Use the tension that comes between Jupiter's optimism of I can do it all and Saturn's realism of I can only do one thing at a time well, and I need to create this grounded strategic approach to reach my goals. So Capricorn, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Aquarius, you have Jupiter in your 5th house of fun and joy, pleasure, expanding these opportunities for you to connect with your inner child, romance, self-expression, scattering your energy in many different directions. The square comes with Saturn and Pisces in your 2nd house, bringing this discipline to your finances, your resources, self-worth, your material stability. The 2nd house is your skill set, your what I need, what I want in order to feel secure. And so the challenge comes with the square. Remember, squares are tension points. It's one planet coming at a 90-degree angle to say, I'm going to make you so uncomfortable that you will change the path of where you're going. And so it can be creative or romantic pursuits that might feel limited by these financial constraints or concerns about your self-worth. There can be needing to balance indulgence within your personal pleasures with the need for financial security that can be like leave you with a feeling of overwhelming dread. And you might encounter delays or challenges in monetizing your creative projects or maintaining confidence within your abilities. This could be like the side gig and what is wrong and why is this not working. And so Saturn encourages you to take this disciplined approach to building financial security for yourself, which can support your creative goals. Jupiter is inspiring you to explore new hobbies, new relationships, new artistic endeavors that bring you joy and fulfillment and happiness. This is going to be a powerful time to align with your passions, your desires for financial goals, and creating sustainable growth in both of these areas of your life. Avoid overspending or overcommitting to projects that lack this long-term potential. Focus on building confidence within your abilities through consistent effort and discipline. Channel creative energy into projects that align with your values and contribute to your financial stability. Know that this exact aspect happens on December 24th, but it's building every single day. And so take a moment and step back and reflect when angst comes up. Use the tension between Jupiter's optimism and Saturn's realism to create grounded strategic approach to reach your goals of financial security. So Aquarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Pisces, Jupiter is in your home sector. It's at the bottom of your chart. It wants to expand home, family, traditions, emotional foundations, bringing security to build something over time that grows. Saturn is in your first house of you, yourself, your identity, and so it's encouraging personal growth, self-discipline, and the development of a strong sense of identity and building a home, or a foundation of which you can build upon. The challenge comes from home and family expansion, because Jupiter is here expanding in different directions that can conflict with your personal responsibilities, your health challenges that can come up. Balance your external demands becomes difficult, like family obligations, with your internal growth, and your self-care can just feel overwhelming. The first house is all about you, and just it feels like being pulled in two different directions. There can be emotional instability or this unresolved family issues that now resurface, requiring your attention and your effort. Now, the opportunities that come from this transit is Saturn wants to help you create this strong, disciplined foundation for your personal growth, allowing you to redefine your sense of self, your sense of identity. Jupiter is offering you the potential to build this supportive, nurturing home environment that aligns with your emotional needs. This is a transformative time to integrate personal growth with family dynamics, creating this harmony between your inner and your outer worlds. Set healthy boundaries with family members in order to prioritize your personal development. Use this transit to focus on self-discipline and your long-term personal goals. Create this home environment that reflects your evolving identity, that supports your emotional well-being. Know that this month, every single day, the transit is coming to an exact on December 24th, but it's there's going to be all of these little moments that lead up to it. And with the holidays, this is definitely going to include either family or people that feel like family or people that are within your home. So take a moment to step back and reflect. Use the tension between Jupiter's optimism of expansion of and Saturn's realism with your identity, yourself, to create this grounded strategic approach in order for you to reach your goals. So Pisces, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community, and don't forget to subscribe.